We are here at the Rising Vibe stage with Drew Daniels, who just got done rocking a set at his first ever High Hopes. And we've worked on something before, and we actually talked about doing an interview, trying to figure out how that would work. We'll get to where you're from and the challenges that would come to that. But only a few weeks, I think, before the festival, you mentioned that you were going to be here. So here we are. The interview is happening now. Drew, welcome.
Thanks, man. I'm glad it worked out. It was kind of a last minute trip back east, and I hit up Brandon and I hit up Joey and all the homies and was like, "You guys got any shows that maybe I could jump on?" Brandon's like, "Shit, that's the weekend we're throwing our festival, bro. Come play." So I was super stoked. And then I saw you were coming on the Instagram or TikTok or something, and I was like, "Oh, perfect alignment."
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out the way it did. We can do this, you know. So did you come out here specifically for this festival, or did you have plans to be out here anyway? And also tell me about where you just came from and where you live.
So I grew up in New Jersey and then moved over to Philadelphia. And about 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago, I moved to the big island of Hawaii, and been living there ever since. This trip was kind of like it originated as for some family reasons, and kind of my permaculture brain was like, I need to do a bunch of things at once. And one of the missions was to really tune back in with the scene that I've been missing. And I'm grateful and glad that I did, because it's been really fulfilling for me to see what the boys have built and just kind of reconnect with people that I love and share songs that I've been writing.
Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed by your songs, and I know, like, just listening to your music, you kind of speak from the heart. A lot of your songs talk about struggles and ups and downs of life. So I appreciate you sharing that and opening up with that. So you mentioned that you grew up on the East Coast and now you're in Hawaii. Tell me a little bit about how the scenes, because there's some parallels. You know, you got reggae in Hawaii, and you've got the punk reggae and all the stuff that's happening on the East Coast. What's the difference? How does it feel to be the musician that you are now living in Hawaii? Tell me a little bit about that.
So when I was living out here, I was in a reggae punk rock band called Tsunami Rising, and I was just a front man. So I didn't play guitar. I just got to jump around on stage and sing, and that was cool. But when I moved out to Hawaii, I didn't have that anymore. I didn't have a support system, so I kind of had to pick up the guitar, which has always been just like a writing tool for me. But now I needed to make it work for performing, and a lot of people pick up bands and do that kind of stuff out there. There's people play with everybody type thing. And a lot of people do the solo, like live looping thing out there too. But I haven't been able to get into that. So I just kind of stick to my guns and just play songs from the heart and just sing my heart out. And that seems to be working, whether I'm playing at a bar or a festival or, full band or acoustic solo stuff. So I still get to play with a lot of awesome players out there. It's just kind of who's available when for what, and that's what the Drew Daniels band has kind of become out there. But I think one of my favorite things about not having a band is just the ability to collaborate and work with so many different really talented and unique players and make music that isn't just stuck to one genre.
Yeah, that's awesome. I guess slightly related, speaking of the collaborations, or I guess more so the new music. You played a new song for us that you said dropped just a week ago?
Yeah.
A week ago. So you got the new single out, and as I've asked some of the other guys, what do you have coming up as far as music goes? Are you coming back to the United States where people can come find you here again? So two-part question: new music, and then what you got as far as playing live shows.
Yeah. This trip is all I have planned for now, but hopefully these seeds that I've planted grow into something and we can come back and play music again soon. But yeah, I'm in the studio now. I'm actually recutting a bunch of songs that got lost on some hard drives. I had an album back in the day, and I was able to kind of release some of them as singles, but really buckling down with the engineer and the producer and trying to get at least like a 6-7 song EP salvaged from that. along with a lot of really cool collaborations with people like Steven Henderson and Kai Boy, one of the original members from Iration. Lopaka Roots and I are working on a song. I'm trying to bother Joey Harcum to write a song with me. Yeah, it's just the beauty of it at this point is just being able to make art, and make it something that feels really good to us. And if other people feel that too, that's a beautiful thing, and that's a win. So that's why we do it.
Awesome, man. I appreciate hearing about that and you sharing some of the artists that you plan on working with or would like to collaborate with, Joey Harcum. So anyway, it's good talking with you. Do you have any last words, anything you want to share with the people listening, whether they know you or they've been existing fans? Any words for those people?
Support your local music scene because we need it. Much love. Thank you guys for all the support. Appreciate what you're doing, brother.
Thank you once again, Drew. Give me that high five.
Boom.
That was a good one.
All right.
Yeah, that was what it was. We had it. This is highly recommended at the Rising Vibe stage at High Hopes. Peace.